Welcome back to comrades of the glorious Soviet Republic of Padonin. Guys, I'm so glad to have you back here, and I am continuing to love this game. So, there's a lot of work we have to do, but we've done some amazing things for our people. Glorious things for our fine people. Number one, we've opened up a technical university. As you can see, we've got a bunch of staff here, everybody from Muyaka Roslinova to Vlad Vasily Vladislavich. There's still a bunch of issues going on that we need to fix. One of the issues we can never fix, because we don't have any churches on this map, is religion. We are an atheist state, as you can imagine, but we're starting to actually try and educate our people. Another thing, I think if you guys have noticed here, we finally got some proper footpaths down, and this is going to allow civilian traffic to flow just a little bit easier around our fair city. Now, we still have a lot of work to do, of course. We still have workers to get to these locations, to the agro farms, etc. You can see here at the Padonin Flats, people are going to the field, to the food factory, the livestock farm, and we're also moving goods in between these areas so that we can try and be as self-sufficient as possible. If we look at the food factory here as an example, we want to probably go ahead and get a truck specifically to deliver some of the stuff from the food factory and export it over here to our markets. So that's going to be my next truck that I'm going to purchase. Let me go ahead and... Ooh, I love these vehicles, these buses. The Shava B14s. So we actually have a closed truck here. I might go ahead and just take the covered truck. Let's see and make sure he can take food. So he can take 4 tons of food. That's not bad. It's also not great. But I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead. New stop. New stop is going to be the food factory. Second stop is going to be... I really hope that this is what I think it is. I want to make sure it's a supermarket. That's a bar. We don't need to go there. It's going to be important to make sure that we drop this off specifically at the grocery store. There's a grocery store. So unload 100% of anything. At that point, we go back, pick up 100% of the food, and drop it off at this grocery store. Is this grocery store right here? I think that's a bar, and I think this is the grocery store. Look at the glorious hammer and sickle also back here. Just so nice. Let's go ahead and start. Okay, first stop is unreachable. So we'll get rid of the Padonin livestock farm. Okay, nice. And he's also got a trip to the He's got a trip to the slaughterhouse, guys. So he's going to be going there first to deliver stuff to the food factory, and then he begins the rest of the journey. That's so cool. In fact, traffic is getting a little bit congested here in glorious Padonin, but that's okay. We're going to fix this. Not to mention, we're taking a look here, 78, not able to visit a church, nothing we can do about that, but 82 unable to participate in any sport. Really, man? You've got a tennis court right there. Maybe we need an easier to reach venue, let's say. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe drop a soccer field, excuse me, a football field. Shame on me and my Western thought process over here. Let's do that. Nice football playground. Be nice also to attach this if we can. Gotta find the perfect location. Oh, nice. So this is perfect. This football field will be reachable from this path here, but we're gonna have to connect some paths over here. I think that's gonna be quite important. So let's try to make some more footpaths here. I'll make some just mud footpaths. I think these might be a little skinnier, so they'll be easier to sort of fit in these other areas. Nice. Of course, we'll move this mud footpath. Really, Agrippa? Up here, and we'll have it connect to this one here. Nice. So we're really just at this point trying to make more connections for our people, guys, so that it's easier for them to reach several locations. And then, of course, we'll take a closer approach to see what people really want to do. Over here, we also have the glorious Vladimir Ilyich Lenin Medical University. So we've got a technical university and a medical university. This, of course, generates citizens that are educated. That way we don't have to bring any more immigrants over from other parts of the nation or other parts of the Soviet bloc, really. Just keep in mind, this is the Soviet Republic. We're not necessarily the Soviet Union. The game is really meant to give it a look at the Soviet republics, maybe even post-Soviet Union. For instance, Yugoslavia would be one of them, but things more like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, etc. that really still stayed in that Soviet state for quite a while, and maybe in some cases still do. Of course, not communist states, but you'll definitely find a few Lenin statues in places like Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. People aren't necessarily something. It's not necessarily something they enjoy seeing. Also, we have the hospital, a new hospital, Padonin Hospital 2, up here. I adore it. Another thing is up here. Can we change the name of the hospital? That would be pretty cool, because we could give it, like, you know, Stalin's Way Hospital, etc. Maybe it's just something they could add eventually. Again, the game is still in early access, so there is a lot to be added. By the way, if you guys enjoyed this game, I think it goes without saying, folks, that if you like this game, gotta hit that like button. Let me know that you want to see some more of this in the future on the channel, because I thoroughly love playing it. I really do. Let's get that mud road. Oh, wait a minute. I think we have a problem here. Oh, we have. This is the University Halls of Residence. We're gonna have to take them out of here, guys. Goodbye, University Halls of Residence. Very sorry. We will build another University Halls of Residence nearby, because we've got a lot of medical and technical universities nearby, but maybe we'll put one just right here. I think that might not be such a bad idea. So let me go ahead and jump back in to construction, education. Let's get a somewhat smaller one here. I'm not even going to make this approachable by road, I don't think. I'll just go ahead and build those footpaths. I really appreciate everybody telling me about those. That really helped. I was having our people get on buses to go everywhere when, well, I wouldn't say most of them, but a lot of them could have just gotten to their destinations pretty much directly, you know, just directly on the footpath. They didn't have to make a hullabaloo about the whole situation. And no, that actually did fit perfectly. Nice, I like it. Let's get some people in the University Halls of Residence here. I'm not sure what the deal is here, because there are students in here, but I believe... Oh, okay, I get it. No, wait. I believe we need to send workers here, which doesn't necessarily make sense. Maybe the students will just start to go in there on their own accord. Might be time to get some more transportation going also in the glorious Soviet Republic here. Padonin coal mine have any footpaths going to it? I don't believe it does. Let's make things a little easier for our people and design some footpaths right here. The motherland looks better every day, guys. Whatever we can connect, we will. Is that worth it? And in a second here, guys, we'll take a closer look. But yeah, I think you guys can all tell. Look at the amount of citizens we're starting to have. We have people everywhere going to work, getting on those bus stops. So I think those footpaths absolutely made a difference. The question is, did they actually make a difference? Only time will tell. And let's also take a look at our new industries. That's namely our coal industry. Where is the coal? Where is the coal? Where is the coal? There it is. Let's take a look here. We've been dropping things off. Look at all the coal ore we've got. We've been taking things from the coal mine over here to the Padonin ore processing plant. But I don't see a lot going over there. So maybe, you know what? We need to maybe get another truck. Oh, I love nighttime here in Soviet Republic. Beautiful. I'm not sure if the crane is going to be useful here, so what I'm going to do, buy a French covered hole. Can this take any? No, this can't take any coal. No, I could be mistaken. Okay, I am. So I get it now. So if we buy things with dollars over here on the left, we get a whole different selection of West German vehicles. Even some with a covered hull, but there only seems to be one, and unfortunately, he can't take it. So let's go to our Soviet vehicles. Maybe it's going to be open hull that we need. It's coal. No, that's not. That's steel. No, he doesn't take coal. He doesn't take coal. Maybe the closed hull, covered hull. No, I'm very confused. Very confused. Just electric, yeah, that's very weird. We will find a truck eventually that takes coal. But from what I can see here, not a single one of these actually do. And I'm sure those of you watching this on the premiere, my apologies. I'll just jump quickly up to 3. Maybe these guys do take it. Bricks. These guys take bricks. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. They take heavier stuff. So I think we just need to find something that takes heavier stuff. Maybe the dumper. That's what it is. We need a dumper. I'm sure somebody already said in the chat. If you did, thank you. I'm going to buy the most expensive one. 2 of the most expensive ones, actually. And at this point, your job is simple, my friend. I'll keep one of them here. First, you drive to the coal facility, and then you unload at the ore processing plant. Seems like a pretty easy life to me. We could even give him a few more tasks if we wanted to. But I think we're going to just stick with that for now. Let's keep things simple for this guy. I'm really tempted to buy a West German vehicle too, specifically a transport vehicle, just to see how it progresses along our city. But in the meantime, let's get a look at how our people are feeling. So again, some citizens still unable to participate in sports, even though this soccer field is quite close. So what I'm going to do is try and build a sports stadium right behind their homes. And if they can't get there then, man, then I don't know what to say. Maybe we just need to seriously increase, you know, eye care in this state. We need more people in the medical university. Let's see, man. I think it is maybe yes. So once again, soccer pitch. And again, if they can't get in from here, man, I don't know what to tell you. We'll get that good old dirt path. In fact, we might as well go ahead and build a standard footpath, since this area already has quite a few. I'm just really hoping that our people will use this. We're really doing our best to try and increase the happiness of this building right here. Okay, good. So we're starting to get some visitors here. Hopefully that's going to lower their need for that. Not able to enjoy culture, and not able to go to a pub or tavern. We've got to get a pub or tavern in this area. We've got it in a lot of other areas of the city, but apparently here we need to get one up immediately. So immediately we want to go to entertainment. There's not an entertainment-related category here. It just goes in residential, but I really think that would be pretty cool. So let's get the pub. And with the pub, we do not have a source for making vodka yet. I know. Shameful in this society for us not to have a source of making vodka yet. Is that going to work? But we're working on it. We're working on it, guys. Maybe we'll do something. I'm going to pause because I want to get this right, and I don't want our people suffering from lack of a pub. So we're going to just make this accessible. I think that's the safe bet. We'll just make it accessible over here from... We'll try and make it accessible to both, but we'll just add a footpath here. And hopefully people will get the message. What else can I say, right, guys? You see our road? Asphalt. Oh, nice. Okay. Is this a road with actual lights on it? Maybe we need to go ahead and upgrade our roads. But that's something to consider later. Right now, the glory of socialism is working. And and I want it to continue. Another thing is going to be very important. Again, we don't have our own alcohol. Looks like there's some in the warehouse. Nice. Okay, cool. So we're okay. We're just going to purchase a little bit with some dollars. We've got some dollars to spend. So let me go ahead and auto-purchase. Okay, it's already auto-purchasing alcohol for dollars. We'll keep it at that until we actually get an alcohol facility going. Let's take a look at our ore processing plant to make sure that they've been doing their work. And yes, they have been turning that coal into proper coal that can actually be used now. We've also got a glorious radio station here, guys. This pretty much improves the cultural enjoyment of the people. So this is one way to actually improve that level of cultural enjoyment. I'm trying to find different ways to get it into other areas of the city. But right now I'm thinking the only thing we can do is build a residence here and force all of the people to work at the radio station. Perhaps that could greatly improve our culture. It would certainly improve the propaganda level here, pretty much replacing the need for a church, at least temporarily. Also got a bus stop here. I think we got a broken down bus. We'll take a look at that later. I'm not going to worry about that right now. What about footpaths over to that location? Yep, we're definitely going to have to get some more people. Here we go, guys. Residential buildings. I want to get some skinny residential buildings so that they'll fit in here real nice. This is a pretty bad area. Slope-wise, this area by the radio is pretty awful. Okay, maybe we can do this. We already have a apartment building there, by the way. It's not good enough. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're going to try to do. See a footpath we can get going right here, guys. Show you in a second. Oh, no, that's a gravel road. Shame on me. Socialism has never looked so beautiful. Here we go. No, not quite. Oh no! It's gonna work. We'll clean this up later. This is pretty messy. Let's go ahead and fast forward, guys. First thing we want to do, we obviously want to bring over educated people. Oh, wait a minute. Did they just move right into the flats? That's the first time we haven't had to actually add people to the flats. That's really cool. And again, they're all going to be working at the radio broadcast house. I'm hoping this increases culture. You can see all of our workers getting off to their new jobs. I love it. Let's take a look here. A bunch of actors now. We've got some staff. I wonder if the actors have to come from a third world background, or excuse me, not a third world background, a Eastern Bloc background, just slightly above third world background here. Whatever the case may be, I'm hoping that this increases some of the desires that the people are clearly looking for in our glorious Soviet Republic. See, this is more like it. Just our city in general. We're starting to generate, pretty much enough buildings, enough economical benefit where we can eventually start self-subsisting. We're not quite there, but we're working on it. And this, yeah, I think we're gonna have to sell this bus. Pretty sure, right, guys? Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of it, or yeah, we're selling it. Sorry, boys. Got plenty of other buses here, as you can see. 7 passengers, 3 workers. We could absolutely get more, but I think that was just great advice from the folks that said, Agrippa, go ahead and get some paths, because most of our people are walking around where they need to get to. Not everybody is stopping to get a bus. Glorious Comrade Lenin, how are you doing? Very good to see you as always. Comrade Bar and Drinks, as always, is packed full of people. And we'll take a look up here. And able to enjoy. So that culture, yeah, the need for culture is going down. See, before it was like 60, now it's down to 24. Of course, they still can't get the religion. So I was wrong, sorry. The culture and the religion are separate, apparently. But they're still getting culture. So I'd like to think this is okay. We also need to get some university professors over here. So I'm going to see if I can't... Oh, no, that building's not going to work. What about with our new flats? They're even hard to see. They're so well hidden here. I don't think they can get all the way over there, but I'm going to try anyway. No, there's no way. These flats are entirely made for these people to check this area out. In fact, we're probably going to have to go ahead and extend that footpath out here. Let me try to do that. Love the music, by the way, in this game. Don't you guys agree? I just love... because it's also, like... Of course, we've all heard, like, the Soviet Red Army Choir, which is great on its own, but this is, like, the more closing in on the 80s, you know, or mid-80s even, sort of their attempt at, like, some pop music. And some of it is pretty damn good. Don't forget that East Germany, for example, was the home of the band Rammstein. There was definitely decent musical acts around. Alright, we're still getting some stuff going through the Padonin grocery store, and of course, communism continues to move forward the way we want it to. I really like this. Livestock farm is doing beautifully. Are we getting those livestock to the butcher plant, the meat processing plant? Yeah, this is the slaughterhouse. We are. So there is import coming in of about 1 ton, but we can increase that. And we can also take the meat out of here and send it to the food factory. I think we're already doing that. But it looks like the crops... It's weird. Maybe they only take certain crops. 125 tons of meat. We'll take a look and see if maybe we should add another vehicle. In fact, I'll go ahead and add one, the RNT. So let's pick up the livestock. The more glorious Soviet vehicles all over the place, the better, as far as I'm concerned. The nighttime view is just so cool. And again, the game is in early access, so if it's this good now, man, it's only going to get better. I really am quite impressed by the nighttime view. It's just beautiful. There is a level of Soviet realism here that you're not going to ever see. You know, even if it's not your bag, you don't want to stand on a food line, etc. The level of realism here for such a culture is something that I think, you know, you can only see in maybe places like North Korea, which I wouldn't even consider really a true socialist country. It's more like a monarchy, which is far removed from socialism. But I'm talking about like more East Germany, places like this, which tried to, of course, give the appearance of a very functional state, and they did it in this way. Having pretty nice residential buildings. Transportation is generally pretty good. The Soviets, or communists in general, have always been known for, especially like subways, buses. They're very, very good at things like that. In fact, I think I would say the Moscow subway and even the Pyongyang subway system, if I'm not mistaken, it's not Moscow. It's another Russian city. And Pyongyang had the deepest subway systems in the entire world, and they're quite beautiful too. Be quiet, Agrippa, trying to make everybody a communist. What is wrong with you? My goodness! Lenin is watching you all. Don't pay any mind. This is also some really important information, guys, to show you what happens when you sort of start doing better here in the game. So number one, our population is growing, but another thing that's really good, our deaths have dropped, and so have our escapes. As you can see, the escapes are lowering. We had at one point 20 escapes in 1 month. People desperate to get out of our nation. But since we're doing a much better job here, a lot fewer people are leaving. Yeah, it's going up to 5, but again, it's really not getting anywhere close to as bad as it was before. We're now at June 1st to June 20th. Only 5 escapes. We obviously want to improve that, but it's a start. It's a start. Not everybody is trying to get to the other side of the wall.